The crumbling city of Varenthia unfolded before me like a grotesque tapestry, its threads frayed and dripping with the echoes of a life long forgotten. I stood on the edge of a shattered plaza, my heart heavy beneath the weight of memories, the laughter of my brother, his infectious spirit that had once breathed color into the desolation surrounding us. I clutched the tattered photograph of us together. Our faces shone with the naivete of youth, a stark contrast to the sepulchreous environment enveloping me now. As I stood, the edges of the world seemed to blur, collapsing under the pressure of my resolve to survive. The sun, a reluctant orb hanging low in the gray sky, cast a muted light across the forlorn landscape. Each discarded remnant of the past was like an accusation. Every empty can and cracked piece of masonry whispered of abandonment and loss. My brother's final words echoed in my mind, a distorted melody that ignited my determination while threatening to suffocate me in sorrow. "Fight, Lyra," he had said, a plea wrapped in hope that I dared not betray. I could almost feel his hands on my shoulders, urging me to rise above the despair that clung to my heels like a persistent shadow. Taking a deep breath, I stepped into the ruined street, my leather boots crunching over the debris, each sound echoing my inner chaos. An eerie stillness enveloped the air, save for the wind's mournful wail, weaving through the skeletal remains of concrete and steel. Each step drew me deeper into the heart of Varenthia, a city that had once thrummed with purpose, now reduced to whispers of its former self. I felt an urgent need to carve my own destiny, to shape myself anew from this chaos, believing that perhaps self-discovery would be the key to overcoming the chill gnawing at my very being. As I navigated through a labyrinth of crumbling facades and shattered dreams, I came across a group of survivors huddled in the shadows of a dilapidated building. Their faces were ashen, etched with lines that spoke of despair and desperation, reflections of the world we now inhabited. I hesitated at the edge of their makeshift camp, fear gnawing at my gut, but curiosity propelled me forward. They were a patchwork of souls, bound together not by choice, but by the sheer necessity of survival. "Hey there," a raspy voice called, and I looked up to meet the gaze of a woman who seemed to carry the weight of the world on her stooped shoulders. Her hair, tangled and unkempt, framed her face like a dark halo. "You lost, sweetheart?" With a stiff, uncertain smile, I replied, just passing through. The lie felt thin on my tongue, but it served a purpose. I wasn't ready to unveil the raw edges of my loss before a group of strangers. I caught sight of a boy beside her, his wide eyes brimming with trepidation. In that immediate moment, I saw a reflection of my own fear. A fear I could conquer if I allowed it. "Passing through can get you killed in these parts," the woman observed, her eyes narrowing in skepticism. "You've got to stay sharp. Watch your back." In their somber camaraderie, I recognized the pulse of shared grief. They fought their own battles against a world that had stripped them of everything familiar. I felt my breath catch as the tapestry unraveling in my mind began to weave itself anew. Perhaps I wasn't as alone as I feared. Here, amidst the decay, there was a flicker of connection threading its way through the rubble of our losses. "Listen," I started, emboldened by a feeling that felt like solidarity. "I'm trying to find my place in this chaos. Maybe I could help."